pull your slack towards that. Yeah. Okay, now you can start moving the lever. Woo! Man, it was so easy. Man, if this were any easier, everybody would be doing it. Hey everybody, welcome back to This Old Trike. Tonight, Palin and I are working on a little something. You'll remember in our last video, we put all the ATC 70s up on the shelf, and all these were yet to be moved. That was only like 2 days ago. But I had an idea of how to maximize our below shelf space, and it involved this little idea. This is my rough draft, my proof of concept, that you can rest the rear wheels on this little cleat for the rear wheels, and I'm gonna run a 2x4 right up through here, screw into the underside of the shelf, and strap around the center part of the handlebars and support an upper machine, and then put another machine down bottom. And so we'll have them stacked too tall below the shelf. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably 13, 14 along the wall. So I think that'll be a pretty cool looking thing. We can't put any there because that's where the boat goes in. What do you say, Palin? Shall we get after it? See if we can get the first 6 up there?
Yes.
All right, here we go. What are you doing? Snow removal? Obviously it hasn't been warm enough to melt that snow, but maybe tomorrow. All the icicles are gone, so that was a disappointment. But I'm gonna set the camera down and we can get this party started. Just like that, number 2 is up. Palin's got the, what year is this one, honey?
80.
1980. Who aged better, your dad or this 3-wheeler? We were both born the same year. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. So I kind of arbitrarily put the 78 there this morning, just checking things out. And I guess to keep with the round headlight theme, 80 being the last year of the round headlight, we're going 79, 80. That keeps with my higher years on the left. Ryan Cogswell said I should have put him the other way, and so did PJ Hart, but PJ Hart just suggested I put the 73s at the wrong end for no real reason, but Ryan said I should have put the 73s here because in America we read left to right. But oh, she's really working on this. So this is our technique. We really didn't talk about this in my other video. Just rolling them on here. I've got a little strap just for safety. It's no real tension. Just holds them, keeps them from rolling off backwards, but this is looking good. So what I think I'll do is continue. So it's 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75 over there. So that takes the 90s and the first gen 110. So I guess maybe beneath that we can go. You getting it? You getting it, honey? So, getting a notification there. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 110. No, 86, 110. So, what do I do? The 125Ms, I guess? We'll have to see. Alright, I think I need to help this girl. I'm going to set the camera down and you can watch us do the next one. So that's how easy it goes. Palin's testing the bearings. Are they all tight, honey? So 78, 79, 80. We were just talking about where the rest of the machines are, and my 81 is in my shop. The rims are getting powder coated for it. My 82 is right here. So that can go under the 79. I might just roll a couple under to get a visual. But I got to get my rims back from my buddy Mike Wood at Capital Region Customs, who's powder coating the 84 200E frame for me. But I think we might just roll a couple machines under there for looks tonight. Snap a couple pictures and share it with my friends. And then tomorrow morning I'll start on the next section. Oh, I want to say this is what I'm using to secure everything. 8-foot by 1-inch lashing straps from Home Depot. I don't get any money from Home Depot. I'm just saying what I used. If these fail, you'll know not to get them. I try and go around the catastrophic failure release lever on these. So, but you'll see the 2x4 I've screwed up here is securing things. Hey, Palin, hold this. Let's see. There's definitely some wiggle on that shelf. So what I think I'm going to do, if I have another machine beneath this, there will be a spot. So maybe I will stick a temporary post up here to hold things. I will compromise for the safety of my 3-wheeler collection for that. Don't you think that's smart, Palin? But we'll do that before we hang the rest, I guess. Well, as much as I didn't want to, I had to cut a couple supports because I developed a little sag. I had about 1/4 inch plus of sag, maybe 5/16. And just grabbing on that shelf, you could feel the wiggle, we'll say. It didn't take much to make me feel uncomfortable. So apparently that was approaching capacity of what this setup could handle. I wish that dog would stop barking, but I don't think this is going to be permanent. I got to figure out something that looks better. I can't stand that. But I've just done the setup for section number 2 here. Pretty simple. Got the 2x4 up top to strap things in. I might have to get creative because when they built my barn, the spacing of the posts isn't exact, and that's a little wider, and this is a little narrower, so I might not be able to fit 3 without getting creative. So we'll see. We'll see what we got to do. But we're making a hole over here. The plan is for tomorrow to back that camper in, back my trailer in, and back my boat in, and see where I fall, which should be somewhere right around that post. And yeah. But for now, I gotta go to work. So maybe we'll see after work. Me and the girl did another session last night. Didn't get any video. But according to my crooked gimbal, we did get 2 more machines up on the shelf last night. Getting to be close quarters over here because I've got so much junk that needs to be organized over here. And we'll get to it. Please have faith in me. Comment with inspirational quotes to help me keep going. But I knew this going into this, and I'll share this with you guys. I think I alluded to it before. My posts were not placed equal distance apart from each other. Apparently the tape measure calibration was off that day. And from post to post here is narrower than post to post down there by over 3 inches. And there was some slop in between a couple of those tires, but for the most part they were touching. These tires are definitely touching on these two machines, but this opening is about 2 inches short. So I'm not going to be able to get another three-wheeler up there without getting creative. And here's what I'm thinking for creativity. The 75, which is a really hard to find ATC 90, in case you didn't know. Have you ever seen one? I think I'm going to take off the left rear tire. I'm going to screw a piece of 2x6 axle height and have it sit without a rear tire, so the illusion, because you know most things in this world are just an illusion, you know that, right? The illusion will be that everything's fine, just like real world. And but that tire will be off, so that will allow all the round headlights to be here. My 81 110 is in my shop right now awaiting powder coated rims. So then it'll be 81, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 85, so that goes there. So then what do you do? 125Ms? I could do 120, 84, 85, 125M. And I've got another round headlight kind of project guy right here. So maybe I put that up there. Wouldn't be bad to let the front hang on that. That's got original rear tires on it. Got that from my buddy Joe Whalen. Pretty much everybody knows Joe Whalen these days. He's sold, I think, half of America a three-wheeler, which means he's bought a lot of three-wheelers. But we're getting our tires put up top shelf, because I had a series of totes through here. I had like two 250R totes, a 350X tote, a big red tote, a miscellaneous tote. And it's just a pain in the butt to go from your nice warm shop out here where it's cold in the wintertime up the stairs, and then you gotta get your flashlight out and look in the tote to find something, when I can probably do better about having that in where it'll be warm and organized. So that's going to be tires, where I can go tires floor to ceiling against the wall, not out on the front. So that's what I'm doing. That's why there's tires on the pallet. And we're going to make some moves. But we're going to pause a little bit from this stuff, because the priority today, which is Thursday, America will be celebrating Thanksgiving for the most part. I'm going to get some of this extra. If I know these machines are going to go over here, I might position them where they're going to go, but then the rest of these are going to get moved out so I can get that camper in. I've been talking about it this whole time. And get my boat pulled out of the field over to this section of driveway where the sun hits. So a little bit of snow I've got sitting on and in my boat, don't judge, can melt. And then that will get backed in tonight after the sun has had a chance to do its work. Temporarily parked here, it ultimately goes here, and my enclosed trailer goes there, but putting it there gives us a little more working area to move things around. That being said, let's get to work. What do you say? Well, that's always a fun little exercise. Bennett has changed the battery in his Recon. He's out ripping some donies. So last thing to move is this this other 7590, which I bought in pieces, and I kind of cobbled it together to get it to look like a complete machine, but it is not. I powder coated those rims, and it has original, well, it has whammy last knobbies on it, but they're a mix mosh. So I've got to move that. I'll eventually sell that, but not with those tires and rims on it. How'd you do, buddy?
I can't feel my hand.
Nice. That means you're having a good time. We've moved these machines out here just to make way. Some of the bigger ones. We've carved a hole. I've got more stuff up against this wall than I did last year, so it's going to be a tight fit, but I think what we're going to do is not put the enclosed trailer all the way back against the wall. I'm going to put my mowers back there. But that's going to happen at another day because the boat's going to be here for now by the end of the day. But since I have help, I think I might endeavor to get my camper backed in. What do you say, Bennett? You want to do it?
Sure.
You be my eyes? All right. I envision next year, Bennett, maybe a shelf the rest of the way around. Wouldn't that be neat? Something similar to that one. Maybe a little bit lower than that one. We'll see how high it can be or how low it can be with the camper. That's the only thing I'll have to compete with. Won't that be neat?
Mm-hmm.
We should definitely do that. Okay. Here we go. Let's get this thing moved. Well, the camper is in. You can see the snow on top's got some melting to do, which, you know, the thing is watertight, so hopefully, rather. But floor space is getting used up, so I got a mess of machines outside, so you can see once I put in another trailer and then a boat, pretty much in line with that snowmobile, I'm going to have not a lot of floor space without some heavy organization. And of course the tractor is going to spend the winter in the garage, in the carport. That's my squeaky step up there. This area needs to be cleaned and organized and defragmented, and there's more tires that need to go up top. These were the tires from the Atsu tire toss from our vintage day. New old stock 70 tire. You know, if you're gonna throw a tire, make sure it's new old stock. Whole bunch of stuff. My boy, you saw him in here. He was showing me how he had put new batteries in his and his sister's four-wheelers. Did some donuts. The boat has been pulled over to where the sun is. Where it was sitting, it gets no sun, so I did something for the first time ever. I shoveled the snow out of my boat. Words that normal people don't ever say. And you think, oh, you must have had a good reason for having snow in your boat. No. It's because I was building a shelf for my three-wheelers. Also something normal people don't ever say. But it does look wicked cool, right? So, final game plan. Eventually the enclosed trailer will go here. I'll put the mowers behind it. PJ Hart just suggested that maybe I build a mower shelf. But I don't think that's a good idea. The fact that I'm not going to put the trailer all the way back means I could have run that shelf longer. Maybe up top. you can see there's potential. The wheels are turning. All right. Well, that being said, I got work to do. Let's do a little more organizing. What do you say? We've been out at it. And we're still going, but let me show you what we've done. So we've got the boat in the barn. We've made a mess getting things in. It's raining now. We had snow, now it's rain. So I've wadded everything in to get it out of the weather. I've got some things I pulled off the shelf that I'm selling. Just 'cause I'm sick of moving them around. Over here, I did just rig this up. So this is the last stretch of what will be the hanging round headlights. So I've got the kind of turdy, it's a 78 or 79, that Palin and I are going to get up here, and we're going to do it without the tractor this time, so not sure how this is going to go. And then I'm going to put the 75 there without its left rear tire on it. So I'll have to cut a little piece of 2x6 to support that, but then I can be done with this, and then I think we'll just do a little tidying and I can wrap up this video. What do you think, Palin? Yeah. She might not stay for us the whole time, but that's okay. She's got things to do. Very important 10-year-old things, right? Yes. Okay. Say bye, Palin.
Bye, Palin.
So, Palin and I muscled through brute strength this machine up into place, which I didn't have my handy-dandy cinch straps. I only bought 6 of them, so I got to get another pack. Saving the last correct one for this guy. But this was not an easy ordeal. I honestly can say I couldn't have done it without Palin. So, we didn't use a ramp on that one, but we are going to use a ramp on this one. Because this one, I've only got 15% battery life left. This one, we are going to roll up, and when it's on the ramp close, I'm going to take that wheel off because it's not going to fit up there without it, or with it rather. We did notice when we pulled the fenders. What do you notice there? Looks like, what color is it, Palin?
Daytona orange.
Daytona orange. So we suspect this is one of the tanks that Honda repurposed and made into a different model year. In this case 75. So we are going to set the camera up and let it record, and if this goes south, everyone will be able to see it. So you're welcome. Okay, our phone battery died. Right, probably when it was getting exciting. You know, as the good father I am, I like to put my daughter in precarious situations where she knows I'm depending on her to perform. And she was back here getting the ratchet strap for me, and that was holding it while I took the tire off, which the tire is off. We put the nuts and everything back on. That's securing the front end weight. I've just cut a block that will go under the axle to keep this thing leveled out, but we are close to making our final maneuvers here. So I am going to put this back and let it record. Thought we were going to be cool and be able to roll it right in, but that's it. Well, it is, but it isn't. And here's what I mean. So down here, I've got an 86 125M filling the spot of the 81 110. When that's ready, that will replace that. But Palin helped me with the jack. She was very helpful in all of this. So I'm going to get cleaned up just a scant more, and then we'll come back at you and show you how we're leaving it for the rest of the weekend. Well, we are done for now. This is finished for a while. So what started out as a shelf for my 70s, which was a thought after the Honda sign got put up there, has turned into a display for my 90s and 110s and the first gen 125Ms. Once the shelf was in place, I got to thinking, I think those will fit. My initial thought was I was going to stick my ATC 200s, my ATC 185. I've done that in the past, put them rubber up against the wall and let them sit there. But I thought there was a way that I could make better use of the space. And let's admit, this looks really cool. And I did this partly because of how it looks. So these are in order, starting from, I guess we'll start from here. So the first year of the non-balloon tire ATC 90, 1975, which we did have to take the tire off, which is back there, a little stub to get that to rest on. 76, 77, 78, 79, and 80. That's 110. We crossed over into 110s. Eventually, this will be my 81 110, 82, 83, 84, 85, 84 125M, 85 125M. And this was just cause it had a round headlight, and the front tire doesn't like to hold air, so that keeps the weight off the front tire. This is a 78 or 79 110, I can't remember. But that's the finished product. And it came together in about a week's time. I think I started this maybe on Monday. And here we are on Friday. So that's pretty cool. And I've just done a little bit of organizing. This is temporary. I think I might do a big red buyer's guide, since I've got a few of them lined up here. The ones that are missing from this lineup are in the other room. Like I've mentioned a few times already, the boat is temporarily there. It will become cramped in here once that gets placed under that shelf. But we'll deal with that when it comes. And more organization that I probably won't record, because who wants to see me move my crap around? We did get a bunch of tires up there. That will be mostly tires. I moved my silver 250R frame up there. Lots left to do, but had to leave it somewhere. I got a road trip with my mom tomorrow, so once we get her down to Tennessee for the winter, I might edit this video from Tennessee and finish it up down there and post it. And that will be Saturday tomorrow. Will be my editing, rather. Well, will be the driving and potential editing. We'll air it on Sunday, and hopefully I can get maybe together with Mr. Curdy Eldridge and break some bread, have some lunch, tell some stories, and of course, if we do that, we'll record a little video. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. My back is sore, but I think it was worth it. Look at that. Is that not the coolest thing? I wish I had a longer arm. But again, make sure you like and subscribe. I've got more ideas, more videos in the pipeline that we're working on, that we want to do. You know, where we go over every tire in my collection. I hope not. But I'm just rambling at this point. Thanks again. We will catch you next time.